And the Israeli media is reporting this morning that the IDF withdrew ground troops from southern Gaza. They've been fighting there in Khan Younis for 4 months. What does that tell you?
Well, it doesn't. It's hard to know exactly what that tells us right now. This was just an announcement that they made. I'd certainly let them speak to their operations as we understand it and through their public announcements. It is really just about rest and refit for these troops that have been on the ground for 4 months, and not necessarily, that we can tell, indicative of some coming new operation for these troops. They've been on the ground for 4 months. The word we're getting is they're tired. They need to be refit.
And just one final question. There's such a dramatic disagreement between what the Israelis say and what they say in Gaza about what is happening on the ground. Obviously, we've seen some video of that. Why hasn't the U.S. insisted on more on-the-ground accountability? Why aren't we, and I'm not saying in a combat position, on the ground accounting for this ourselves to make sure the rules of law are followed?
The president's been very clear. We're not going to have U.S. boots on the ground in Gaza fighting in that war or involved in that conflict. What we will do is make sure that they have the tools and capabilities they need to defend themselves. And what we will also do, and the president made this clear, is hold Israel accountable for the way in which they're conducting these operations. You heard it from Chef Andres, and he's not wrong. You can do both. You can be a good friend of Israel, as we are, and helping them defend themselves, at the same time holding them to an appropriate standard of accountability and effectiveness from a military perspective where they are protecting civilians.